And you are?
Jan Arredondo. And I've been with Buchanan Toyota for 15 months. Looking forward to starting this new implication of phone processing and contacting our customers.
Okay, you just went through the fourth day of Deal with Synergy. Andy Fido was here last week for 3 days. Sean Brothers here today. What did you get out of this that you could, use in your day-to-day operations? What is different after 15 months doing this information?
Turning your conversation where we have more control and learning from the customer, taking control of the conversation, learning in a quicker manner as to what the customer's wanting and what we can do to get them into our dealership.
Okay, question for you. Today, I kind of went over more the why you're doing this, why you're doing that. We just went through the whole science of communications and, went through all those little details. Is there something that you learned that's new or different that you're like, oh, wow, that makes sense?
Different approaches setting appointments.
Okay, good. All right. And you are?
My name is Amanda Heatherly.
Okay, and you're a new coordinator here at Buchanan Toyota, correct?
Yes.
Okay, out of the 4 days of training, what sticks out in your mind the most?
Definitely a different way of looking at things. The rebuttals were nice because that really kind of caught me off guard in the beginning. I was thinking, I don't know if I would have the right comebacks for that. So that's nice to have those on hand.
No, I think that's great. What I think of the objections and rebuttals, it's like playing chess. Instead of playing checkers, you're beginning with the end result in mind. If somebody says this, you could say that. If they say that, you say this.
Right.
Instead of like, let me think about it. You want to sound flawless.
Yes.
You want to sound like you're just flowing with the conversation. No, and here's my advice to you is that memorize, there's 5 main reasons why people are going online, and we supplied you with 7 rebuttals for each. Most people that are just okay, they only know 1 or 2. I encourage you that you should really learn, all 35 word tracks. Try to imagine if you knew the top 5 reasons why people are going online and 7 strong rebuttals for each. That's 35 word tracks, and you memorize it inside and out. Wouldn't you be a better coordinator?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. And you are?
Hi, Amy Jones.
Okay, Amy, and what did you learn in the last couple days of training or today that just kind of stands out like that you could take into your real world practice?
Well, it's all the sound of your voice, how you say your words. Like you're saying, inflections, especially with our job. You're on the phone, so you're not seeing face to face, so you've got to sound a certain way for them to hear it.
No, absolutely. I think that's brilliant. Is that again the only form of communication that you really have of the phone is your auditory stimulation. You have sound, inflection, tone, excitement, transference of energy, creating urgency. You could do all that with tone and inflection. But you understand that that's a skill that you have to develop. You gotta kind of nurture. You gotta kind of cultivate, and you gotta practice. All right. And you are?
I'm Joni Roby.
Okay. And you had a telemarketing background before.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sure you've been through training before.
Yes.
Okay, so what is similar? Let's start with similar. What's similar to this training that you learned for here at Buchanan Toyota versus what you know from before?
I guess basically, in the telemarketing setting, you have to know product knowledge. You have to know what you're talking about in order to sell it. Here, and for me today was great because I got the concept of the 90-day process.
Okay.
In the first 30 days and where it starts. There's people flooding the internet. So we get that one lead, and we've got a chance to get them in here. We just have to express why they need to come here. And you've got so many days that you can work with that, and it's important to catch it in the first 30 days.
Now, is there anything that was different from what you're used to in telemarketing training that you like, oh, wow, that makes sense, or that's new, or that's interesting, that's going to help me here?
Basically, I think the big thing is that I knew going into this what was going to happen here at Buchanan Toyota, and
right.
I got real excited about it. And before, when I had the internet training, had the telemarketing training, I learned that it's important in what you say and how you say it. That's why they write scripts.
Right.
That's why they're there. Because you can fumble around and fumble around and fumble around, and it's not going to make a bit of difference. You're not going to get what you started out to get by doing that.
Right on. Okay, ladies, last 2 questions. One is, what is the number 1 aspect of your job?
To make an appointment.
To make an appointment, that is correct. And then what is your secondary function if you can't make an appointment, then what?
Prosper, qualify, and
Theo.
turn it over to Theo.
That's right. So there's 2 main things you got to do in this job. One is to secure an appointment. If you can't secure an appointment, you need to properly or fully qualify and turn it over to the internet director, the internet sales consultant, correct?
Yes.
Thank you, ladies, and wish you all the success.
Thank you.